here for Bring It Battle Reps, and I'm with Chris Morgan, aka Captain Morgan. Hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Totally just all right. Cool. So he's teaching me how to play 30K. This is Thomas, of course. Haven't ever played 30K. He's got a 30K army he's working on for his Adepticon list. He's going to go and play 30K at Adepticon, and I wanted to learn how to play 30K, list building and stuff like that. So obviously you've already seen the lists, but here's our deployment. We're playing Mission 2 called Bad Blood, and we are on deployment something of the line. I can't remember. It's this cool one where you have like two like diamond or like half triangles cut out. You know, two triangular deployments with 24 inches in between. It's kind of fun. The mission we're playing is basically kill points with some added stuff in there. But anyway, our deployment. I won the roll off. The defender deploys first, and then I deploy, and then he has the opportunity to seize. So tell us what your deployment is there, Chris.
So, the deployment right here, so far as the units and everything?
Yeah, just go over the units, say where you place them, maybe kind of why, a little bit of strategy.
So, he's playing Emperor's Children. He's using the specific rite of war that gives him the option to outflank. So, I deployed with the idea in mind that I'm going to want to be able to buffer whatever I have on the edges with some units until I can get whatever I want to punch right in there. So, I've got some Thud Guns in the mid-left flank. And they're quad mortars with the Shatter Shell upgrade, which is 10 points each. That gives them some strength 8, AP4 Sunder Shots. Great for anti-armor. Not really going to matter so much for this game, but nice to have anyways. This Rhino is deployed so that if he outflanks over here towards the Thuds, I can create a screen of the Rhino and attack Marines and buy some time for my unit in the center here to move over and fight whatever it is that's coming on the flanks. So this is just a standard Land Raider, Phobos, with armored ceramite, so gonna be resisting those Melta attempts there, and it's a dedicated transport for these guys. I decided not to deploy them inside of the vehicle to start the game off with because I want them to be able to move if I need them to, and if I want, I can have these characters split off and have them hop in and move off in a direction. So I've got Garrow right here. He's a little bit work in progress, so sorry for the paint job on that. But that's
the guy who has most of his models actually painted.
Yeah, it's a point of personal pride for me. So, but he's a knight errant. He's got some special rules that are very detailed. But essentially, he has a secret objective, and if I accomplish that, I win. But if I don't accomplish it, I can never win. The best I could do is tie. So. Trying him out for the first time, real excited to see what he can do. Then, of course, over here, I've just got a Rhino and attack squad. They've got a piece of equipment that will help me gain line of sight for my Thud Guns. And that way, I can always use my Ballista skill to reduce the scatter distance from that. So, cool. That's my deployment.
Awesome. So my deployment, obviously right now I have first turn. So I'm going to just, and I get to have +1 to my movement, +1 to my run, my first turn. So I've kind of deployed in such a way that I'm spread out so that if he does seize on me, the Thud Guns aren't going to do the maximum amount of damage to me. They'll still hurt, but you know, less so. And then my Palatines are in the 2 Rhinos with the Emperor's Children symbol, and then my 2 other 10-man tactical squads are in the ones with the Aquila. So we're just going to try and move up, and then in outflank I have 2 attack bikes with multi-meltas and Ancient Raylanor. So. Good luck to you, sir. Let's. Yeah,
man.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for coming and doing this. You want to try and seize on me?
Let's do it.
All right, go ahead. See what happens.
Blood drop is the win there. Nope.
All right, cool, great. I got first turn. We'll go from there, and we'll come back to the bottom of each turn. Bottom of my turn 1, I just moved up. Just kind of tried to rush across the table. So I got a 5 and a 2 for my movement roll, and then a 6 for their run roll, which was great. That means that they moved a total of 13 inches, because a +1 to move, +1 to run, turn 1 for my rites of battle. So I just moved the entire army out, or the entire big fat unit up. It's got like what 24 models or something silly like that. Yeah, like 24 models. So just trying it out, kind of fun, something I've never really done before because it's not really been possible for me because I play Space Marines regularly. Both sets of Rhinos just kind of moved up the flanks, went flat out. Total 19 inches apiece because they get +1 to their move, but obviously they cannot run. So we're just going to basically take a turn of his shooting, see what he does, and then, you know, our outflankers will come in and hopefully we'll be able to get close enough. We'll see how it goes. I might just get shot off the table, but, you know, we'll give it a good try. Anyway, so it's going to be Chris's turn 1. Of Chris's turn 1, what happened, man?
Well, I shot some stuff, and a magical Sakaran battle tank appeared.
Yes, yeah. Oh, he forgot to deploy it. I was like, hey, it's a friendly game. We're learning how to play. Just deploy it. We're not going to worry about it. He was totally willing to put it in reserves. I was like, no. Let's just play the game.
So Thomas is a good person.
Hey, thanks, man.
Moral of that story.
Well, I mean, yeah, I might be a good person. My dice were not good people.
No, he had some awesome dice this turn. So this immobilized itself, trying to get through the wall here. But the dudes were like, 6-inch move, I can do it. So they moved through. Just trying to create that screen like I was mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
The Land Raider whiffed on its armor pen with the last cannon versus Rhinos.
He hit me and then rolled a 1 and a 2, and I made the 6+ cover save for the glance.
That's right. So he was all full of epic. Had some hits and wounds with the Plasma Blaster from this squad, but he made his cover saves just fine. Sakaran took out one of the Palatine Blades Rhinos, and the Tactical Squad took some pot shots, managed to kill off one of the guys there. The Thud Guns shot at the big Tactical Squad there. I had some miserable to wound rolls.
He did. He, like, 50%
yeah,
or something. 21 hits, 11 wounds.
Yeah. Not exactly the most statistical I've ever rolled. Knocked out a guy there.
I had good saves, obviously.
Good. And then, of course, the unkillable Rhino over there suffered 4... it was 2 glance, 2 pens from the Derodeo, and he managed to make all of his...
all 4 cover saves.
Cover saves. So, some epic Rhino-ness right there.
Yes. Awful. Sorry. Anyway, good dice. Good dice, and yeah. Anyway, so here's my turn 2. I picked to have my stuff come in on turn 2. Here's my piece of paper that says 2 on it. So my stuff that's outflanking automatically comes on. So here's the, we're going to say the black dice are for the 2 multi-melta attack bikes, and the purple dice is for Raylanor to see what side they come in on. So 1, 2 over there, 3, 4 over here, 5, 6 I choose. So 2 of them I get to choose, and 1 will come in over here. Right. So we'll move my stuff, and we'll come back about my turn.
Sounds good.
My turn 2, so this guy came in over here. Raylanor came in over there. I had another attack bike that came in here. You see he's not there anymore. I'll explain that in a second. Moved everybody up, ran a bunch of stuff. Raylanor, well, first off, at the end of my movement phase, he had the Derodeo Dread, didn't move, so it came with Interceptor. So he also got to split fire. So he shot this guy. I rolled, he made 3 or 4 wounds, 3 wounds, and I rolled a 1 and 2, so my attack bike just died. And then this one over here had to jink because they were strength 6 AP3. He made the 1 save he had to take, but then hasn't done anything because he was snap firing. This tactical squad over here moved up 6 inches, got out, had a couple guys in rapid fire, rolled some good stuff, made 7 wounds. It was great. And then he failed 4 of them, and then the squad rolled a 10 for its leadership.
Oh, it's so bad.
He even called it. Like Chris was like, this is bad. I need to make good saves. Otherwise, they're right up against the table edge. And I wasn't even thinking in terms of, I was like, whatever. They're Space Marines. They're going to make their save. He rolled a 10. They're gone. Yep. So they were like, yeah, we'll take off. We don't care about this. Big squad moved up. 6-inch move, 4-inch run, or maybe it was a 5-inch move, 4-inch run. I can't remember. They moved up again. This is great. I have dozer blades. I have dozer blades on all my tanks. This tank immobilized itself. So these guys got out and then ran, so that's where they ended up, like right up here on this terrain instead of in their ride, another 18 inches forward, whatever. Then in the shooting phase, I actually fixed the ride, so it just caused itself a hull point and wasted a bunch of my time. Thanks, ride. Appreciate that. So ironically, then the other one on the other side did the same thing, right after it, again with a dozer blade, 1 followed by 1. So these guys got out and then ran. That's where they're at. The Palatines that were here are over here now. They moved and ran as well. They're just trying to get closer. Yeah, we're just trying to get within some good bolter range and just shoot some stuff. So that was my turn 2. Not bad. I killed. Oh yeah, Raylanor did end up with his assault cannon, killing one of these guys that's in this squad over here. So it will be Chris's turn 2. Bottom of turn 2. Tell us what happened.
Alright, well, this rhino decided it was well and good where it was. Didn't want to get back up. These guys did their direct fire mode at that attack bike because I figured it was going to come and charge me the next turn.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Keep me from shooting my my thuds. So
it's gone.
Preservation of self. This Land Raider pretty much whiffed at everything. I tried to be cheeky and get a last cannon shot in to hopefully get his Praetor.
Knock my guy out.
But rolled a 1 onto wound like I do. Whiffed on the Sakaran going at Rylanor. Moved the Rhino up in the movement phase just to kind of roadblock him a little bit. Didn't end up even making him roll any cover saves just with the rolling I had. But moved this guy back. He's kind of backing up because his daddy taught him good. And he'll be positioned to shoot the next round. Now here, had a great bout of epic fail. Failed a 7-inch charge distance roll.
Rolled a 6. It's brutal, man.
So I'm gonna be hurting, but I'm ready to take the charge. See if I can whittle these guys down.
And then those guys.
Oh right, the one good thing that did happen was this tack squad got 3 wounds on this tack squad over here, and he failed all 3 of his saves.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I was really happy, let me tell you.
Yeah, he was so happy to pass his morale test after too. So.
That's true. The morale test was pretty. Yeah, I felt pretty good about that.
Yeah, I got this big purple wall coming at me. I just need to peel off some more dudes from it.
We're gonna. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Coming my turn 3. My turn 3. We had some epic combats. Like, I mean, just about all my stuff made it in that I wanted to have make it in. First off, let's talk about Rylanor. He made like a 3-inch move and then a clutch like 9-inch charge into the tactical marines that are back here. He punched a couple of them. The Melt-A-Bomb Sergeant failed to hurt him coming back. Rolled a 4. We needed a 5 to glance. So good so far there. These guys are stupid and floppy. They rolled 3 inches on their run or on their move, and then 2 on their run. So they've gone forward 5 and done nothing otherwise. They're a waste of space. That guy doesn't do anything. Whatever. Big combat. We made it in. We made it in with both units, both my Palatines and the big unit. The Palatines went first to take the Overwatch, and then this big unit came in. Combat didn't go so well for me. He has these 2 Perdition Blades, which are really nasty. They're AP2 +1, or they're AP2 and they cause 2 wounds per wound that they cause. And because he's a Blood Angel, they're -1 to wound, basically. Or +1 to wound, however you want to call it. Easier for them to wound. So they did a lot of wounds. Killed off 3 of the Palatines. The last Palatine, the leader, actually ran away from combat, but everybody else just stayed locked because both sides have Zealot. I lost a lot of guys out of the unit. I put a wound on the Sanguinary Priest and killed a couple of Terminators. So we'll see what happens going forward on that. Who knows? At least we're bogged down in that combat, which is good. Over here, made a 7-inch charge through cover, wiped out his tank or stud guns, and then the unit of Palatines that was here got in the Rhino. The Rhino moved and went through cover. So they're over here, set up for whatever at this point. I mean, they got a Melt-A-Bomb on the Sergeant. Maybe they'll go after a tank or something. Anyhow, so it is Chris's turn 3. Turn 3, tell us about it.
Alright, had a semi-eventful turn. Mostly shooting. Not most of my stuff's in combat. They can fight. So the Land Raider, the Deredeo, and the Sakaran unloaded into the Rhino and the Tac Marines. Killed a few of the Tac Marines, but they passed their Rylanor reroll save.
Yeah, luckily he's been 24.
So and hey, the immobilized guy shot and killed one guy dead.
It's true, so. He did. Yeah, killed a tactical marine.
And
blew up the tank.
That's right. Inflicted a wound, but he made a save with the combi bolter from this Rhino and managed to get a stun on Rylanor with the Melt-A-Bombs.
Yeah, it was nice.
So moving over to this combat, Garo challenged in epic fashion and failed his 3-up invulnerable saves in epic fashion.
Brutal.
And his Feel No Pains, which was not pleasant. But the rest of the guys did pretty well. You gotta hand it to Thomas, having some epic Feel No Pains.
I've made some good Feel No Pains.
But slowly but surely thinning the ranks there.
Yeah, 5 of my guys died that time for 2 wounds on Garo. So
yep.
I lost the combat, but I'm still fearless. So
yep. Getting ready for your turn
4. My turn 4. Bottom of my turn 4. These guys kind of moved up, positioning for a charge next turn. He rallied and is going to try and do something. Raylanor took a glance, but also killed a guy. So it's just a push over there. Really, like, I mean, I really like everything else about him except for the number of attacks he has. He had like 4 attacks. I'd feel really good about him. These guys made a good charge into him, but then missed with the Melt-A-Bomb. These guys moved up. And then in the combat, we had bad news bears. He did 10 wounds between these two guys because of their swords, which I failed most of, including losing my chaplain. I did 5 wounds to Garrow, and he made clutch Feel No Pains on the 2 that he failed because he has a 3+ invuln. So my guys luckily lived. My leader lived with one single tactical marine and apothecary, because he can't run me down because he has Terminator armor. So yeah, that's where we're at on his turn 4. So cool. We'll see what happens when we come back, man. So bottom of turn 4. How'd everything go?
Well,
good for you, actually.
Yeah, it ended up being pretty good for me. Ended up getting some kills. Didn't kill anybody with the immobilized rhino, though he shot in vain. Managed to survive the combat here.
Just haven't hit him with the Melt-A-Bomb yet.
Yep, just waiting for that. Got a couple of wounds on this Palatine Blade Squad with Skaran.
Yep, got rid of the Sergeant, which was important.
Yep, got rid of that 2-up, and the Melt-A-Bomb, so that's all important.
Yep.
Rylanor finally kicked the bucket, got him with the Melt-A-Bomb.
Melt-A-Bomb hit every time.
Blew up.
Actually ended up killing your own Sergeant over here.
That's right, he killed my Terminator Sergeant.
The explosion.
Which was disheartening. But this combat, got into this combat, killed a couple of dudes, and survived, and then wrapped up the kill on the big tactical squad with the Praetor and the Legion champ. Now it was close. It was like he almost had my Warlord.
Right, I had this clutch moment.
There was nothing. If I had not made that Lookout Sir on the instant death wound, which killed my Primus Medicae,
just chop that dude down. It was funny because like the whole time, right? I've been rolling really well on my Praetor, and this round he only hit twice. If I'd hit more, like, it was perfect because I was like, okay, I have my Apothecary. I know he's going to challenge with the guy who has a 3+ invuln save, so I'm going to accept with just throw the Apothecary to the wind and just try to just chop him down, chop his characters down from the other side. Mm-hmm. Because most of what Garrow's bringing to the table is coming from the other two. But, I mean, it was good. It turned out the way it turned out. I couldn't make any saves. That sword of theirs is ridiculous.
The Blade of Perdition.
So good.
I'm never leaving home without it.
It's great. What a great piece of war gear. Yeah, so gonna be my turn 5. I'm running out of stuff, so it was really simple. This Rhino here in the back moved up to try and get 2 shots into that unit. Did do a wound. You looked out, sir. Garrow made it. Same thing over there. I did a wound with the Combi Bolter. Same difference. Over here in this combat, swung in a whiff with the regular guys. My axe guy did 2 wounds. He failed one of them, so the power sword's gone. So now it's just chain fist on power axe. Over here, again, I whiffed. So did he. Got into this charge here, but he's rear armor 12, so I'm not doing anything to him really. And it's his turn 5. Chris's turn 5. Chris, tell us what happened first, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Well, Sakaran backed up. Took some shots. All of its high or low AP weapons whiffed, but he managed to fail 3 armor saves to finally get rid of this Palatine Blade Squad over here.
Yep, they went away.
Good. The Land Raider did all of nothing.
Yeah, I made a cover save with that Rhino over there.
Yep. So Land Raider was super successful, and then Garrow and the Chaplain came in and finished off this combat over here. And of course, the Daredeo is kaput.
It did. It finally died, which was my secret target the entire time.
But he did belly bump someone to death.
He did. Yeah. He like it was that guy like making a dance move or something, doing something Emperor's Children need to actually cause the distraction. The sergeant finally needed to get his head out of his butt. So we're gonna go ahead and call it there because we're running out of time. The game store wants to close, I think. We went a little long. We had a good time. We've been talking and hanging out and stuff. So, but let's talk about recap real quick. So you have a mission. You have the secret mission first from Garrow.
Yes. So Garrows, and this is gonna make you like facepalm a little bit there.
Okay.
But I picked Protector.
Okay.
Note the identity of another independent character in the army. This model must survive the game in order to earn the victory points.
Okay.
This is the chaplain.
It was the chaplain.
Yeah.
It was the chaplain. So if the chaplain had died,
Yep.
I would have won the game.
Yep.
That is awesome. Wow, what a clutch thing. That's clutch.
So that gave me 2 extra victory points. I got victory points for the units that I killed.
Yes.
Which there were a few.
Yeah, points-wise, we're looking at, we'll figure it out just because I like to figure that stuff out. So Rhino 1, 2 Rhinos. The 20-man squad is 3. The chaplain is 4. The champion is 5. The praetor is 6. We have a tactical squad over there for 7. 2 palatine squads for 8, 9. 10, 11 for the 2 attack bikes. 12 for Ray Lenore. I think that's it.
And then 2 for the secret objective.
Yeah, you just got 2.
Yep.
2 more. So that's a total of 14.
Yep.
And then you didn't make anyone run away. You didn't wipe anyone out, so you didn't get execution. But
No,
you
but
are
you-
going to get attrition.
Yes, but you did wipe someone out in a sweep here.
Yeah, I did. So those guys.
So that you'll
that
get
was
a bonus point for that.
Right. So I've knocked them out for 1, ran them down for 2, killed
Killed the Primus Medicae,
Primus Medicae for 3,
the tactical squad.
ran away with 4, 5 for this guy, and he was my secret guy. So I don't know how many I get for that. It's like I feel like it's D3. Is that where the mission you get the mission book
Yes, it
there?
was an extra D3.
Extra D3. So let's find out how many extra I get. I get an extra 1. So what did I just say? 5 or something like that.
You're
so
at
6,
7, so 8.
8 to 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, sir.
Thank
you for the thank you for the time. Thanks for the game. It was really cool. I got to test out some stuff. List wise, I think I'm gonna make some changes. I really liked bringing Raylanor. He was fun, but the number of attacks he has are not worth it. Like, I mean, considering the amount of shooting you had, I was just like, I have to get in close combat with him. And then in close combat, he just kind of was like, right? Like, I mean, even when I was like,
you have to turn over on each attack, and if he's missing even 1.
well, I was killing a guy a turn, but it didn't matter because you were either glancing or pinning me every time. So it was like, I don't feel like it's a good return on my mind. 255 points to say, okay, this guy needs to make a wound. He needs to kill a guy and then hope that the squad that he's going against misses when you brought a 5-point upgrade, right? So that's kind of like, for me, I'm like, I don't think that guy, like, I mean, it's cool, but unless he had four attacks base or something like that, I don't think that I would bring him again. I mean, otherwise, I liked him, but I don't think I'd bring him again. The sergeants in the squads, I think I'd definitely keep them. The praetor, awesome. What a spanker.
Yep.
Like, in fact, like, enough of a spanker that I like want to bring more than one. I don't think I can, though.
You can.
You can?
Yeah.
It's not a 0-1 HQ or anything like that?
Say it's unique, so.
Cool. Well, I might just bring them instead. Like, the chaplain played. Like, he was clutch. He made the 20-man squad work out. I don't know the 20-man squad would be the thing that I would bring again just from the sake of, even though this is 30K, 7th edition of the game, we're still playing 7th edition of the game as far as the rules go. It's still a shooty game. I had to march across the table to you, and then when I even did get the charge, I didn't have enough of guys in there to make the overwhelming number of attacks to make it work.
Yeah, well, you were spread out over such a a large distance that a bunch of the guys, especially like when you charged, a lot of those guys that would have gotten like 3 attacks each did not get a chance.
Oh yeah, that first round I only had like 2 of them attack.
Yeah. So you've got to. I always play them as bubble wraps.
Mm-hmm.
They work very well as a bubble wrap. You just keep them like, especially if you're dealing with like drop pods or stuff like that. You wrap something important with those Marines, with the Zealot in there, and then leave combat to a separate squad.
Interesting.
So that's that's what I've done. It's been successful, but it doesn't work out that way for everybody.
So I like your list. What would you say that you would keep, change? I mean, because you said you were planning on 2,500 points, but you have to go to 2,000 for your list.
Yeah. From this playtest, the thing that I felt I struggled with the most was scoring bodies. Mm-hmm. I was lucky in that this mission we didn't have to do any
objective holding.
But if we did, one of my 2 squads that can hold objectives ran off on essentially the first or second turn of the game.
Right.
And I would have been left with one unit that can score. Now, because with 30K, the difference with 7th edition is that not every unit is scoring.
Right.
Every unit can be a denial unit, but scoring units are only your troops choices or the ones that have the special rule that allows them to do that.
Okay.
So that would have been clutch. The Terminators, of course, come with that, which is important. But aside from that, it's I think it's just very, very lackluster on the scoring potential. Other than that, I think firepower-wise, it was pretty good.
Did you like bringing what's his bucket?
Garrow?
Garrow.
I did, and you know, it almost bit me in the butt.
Right.
Like,
I almost killed the chaplain.
Yeah, if the chaplain had died, then the whole thing would have been a farce. But the epic thing about it was it added this extra bit of scoring potential. If I can comfortably get those extra victory points, it could be the difference between a win and a loss. So
is it so? Do you think it's worth the risk? Is I guess what I'm asking.
Well, I think that it needs to be said that it is a risk, and in this case, it paid off.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to play test him a little bit more before I decide if I want to put him in there permanently
for a tournament style. Yeah.
But some of the stuff that he can do is so important. Like for example, if I had been facing my army with Garrow, he's got a rule that lets him deep strike without scattering, and when he does so, you can only shoot at him snapshots.
That's pretty nice.
So
can he bring people with him?
He, according to my interpretation of it, no, because it doesn't say him and his squad. It says just him.
Just him.
So
that makes sense.
With the squad of the Thud Guns, for example, if I'm playing an opponent in a competitive setting that has some artillery, some backfield,
right, all of a sudden
support,
they can't hurt you.
Yep, and you can place him without scattering.
Right.
Just one model, and it's easy to find gaps in places where you can fill that.
For single model, yeah, with 40 mil base.
And even if they do get the lucky last cannon pot shot off, he's got a 4-up invul, 3+ in a challenge.
Yep.
And he's Eternal Warrior. So even if you whiff one,
he's an Eternal Warrior.
Yeah,
that's great.
He's going to be okay.
Yeah. No, that's stellar. So yeah, no, that's really cool. Interesting. Well, hey, thank you so much for the game. I appreciate it. And hey, if you guys enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. We're Bring It Battle reports, and that's our. You can find us on YouTube or on Facebook. So please check us out. Thanks for watching.